Here's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2017 for Zeke Elliott, a mixed bag. Would he play, would he not play? Well, he missed the 6 games from weeks 10 to 15. He still finished, though, Charles, 10th in the league in rushing.
Just tells you about the talent that he has and how explosive he is and what he brings to the table. Look, he averaged 98 yards per game, 98.3 to be exact, a full 11 yards higher than number 2 Todd Gurley behind him. So that just tells you, if he plays a full season and he's averaging that type of yardage, I think Dallas's win numbers go up.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
A first down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, and able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
This is Coleman. And he's got room. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
It's Coleman here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd down. It's Coleman, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Brooks Reed in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go. Hey, let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 11-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Coleman. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and run. Freeman. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will make it 6-0. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Final play of the half, Prescott. His throw incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sean Lee in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward right at the line of scrimmage.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Running right, this is Freeman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington, it's the Falcons. They've got the football, they've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Second down following the run. Again, they'll run with Freeman. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. Losing
4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Again, it's Elliott. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 28. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds his man. That's Butler. Oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 46. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brooks Reed coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 2nd down, Prescott. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To throw is Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Let's go.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Ryan now off the bootleg. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And incomplete here on third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. To throw is Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Obviously,